Hello and welcome to Random Roleplay. I'm Deven of TRG Network, and it's time once again for Rieba Planeswalkers, mi amor. Now, in the process of re-editing this episode, I forgot how funny it was. We get pretty rambunctious this one, and honestly, this episode sets up the rest of the campaign in a lot of ways, both overtly and subtly. I'd argue it's one of the more important episodes in the 25, not to undercut the entire campaign, just take my word for it. Now things get very out of hand in this one, don't get me wrong. Between the hellish environments and the interrogation, they're not really sure what they were getting themselves into. Now while there are no real audio issues this one, my editing of the episode back in December 2020 was not the most crisp, unlike the Castor one-shot adventure, which you should watch by the way. So expect to see and hear a few hard cuts. So as always, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more D&D/tabletop content. And now, onto the show.
So last we left off, the Naleek Half-Elf, a group formed to act in secrecy for the country of Morben, recruited our party members for a rescue mission into Avernus. With Cassius having put down a creature trafficking ring in search of his sister, Arudim once taking out a Narconoloth at a young age, and Crantor being hailed as a hero and the rightful chief of his people. These three are summoned by one Archmage Miramor Fellhandle. This Archmage explains that their child is a tiefling, and that they feel it was a curse to them due to having been so invested in the blood war for so much of his life. He finds it no coincidence that someone he sought out was a tiefling of Zariel, the same as his daughter, and makes a deal to look into Cassius' missing sister for his participation in this mission. Now, the party of four, alongside their guide, Cost, is taken to the astral plane via Archmage Fellhandle, where they will now be delivered to Bator, the Nine Hells. And so, y'all float through this empty void that is the astral plane. In the vague distance, the specks of what look like distant stars glisten as purple and silver clouds can be seen somewhat in front of them. But you can't discern details more than a few thousand feet from you. Another major glaring detail is that you all six of you, look like ghostly apparitions of yourselves, with a silvery cord extending from your bodies, roughly about a foot long before phasing out. And with that, Archmage Fellhandle, to travel, I need you all to think about moving forward. Just think. Just keep your mind on it. Please do stay as close to me as you can.
And is this a wisdom or intelligence check?
This is an intelligence.
Oh, hell yeah! I got big brain.
Shit. So I need everybody to roll me an intelligence check to stay close to the Archmage.
Oh, thank God, lucky roll. It's an intelligence check, not a save, right?
Yes, just a flat intelligence check.
Okay, so that would be a 17 intelligence from Arudim. He focuses on moving forward in the same way he has in the past, with kind of like his own mental stability.
Thank goodness. Okay, you all pass.
We didn't fuck it up.
Nah, dudes. Like, I have a whole session here, and I knew for a fact there was the possibility it was just gonna fly off the table. But
Trust me, I've read that section of the DM's guide.
You all see the Archmage's apparitions start moving forward, and you all get caught with this momentary panic, like, oh no, he's growing distant, but then the distance stops widening as you continue along with him. It doesn't really feel like you're moving, but somehow you can just tell that you are. You guys see, as you move forward, the clouds that were once in the distance actually seem surprisingly close to your left. And the Archmage tells you all, continue your focus. This was actually a part where you guys would have had a second chance to roll. Thank goodness that's not necessary, though. Okay, so that being the case, you all continue forward as these clouds continue to steamroll by. And it's very odd because it seems like it's happening so fast, but at the same time, it by no means seems like it's moving at an accelerated rate. Time is very different here, and you guys are feeling that. So,
Cassius is still just focused on the Archmage's words of just keep moving forward. And he's just kind of thinking about having left home and just turning his back and keep putting the one foot in front of the other.
I think Arudim would be thinking about the possible threats in the first plane of hell, as well as moving forward, obviously. In the back of his mind, he thinks, let's see, how much do I expect to actually have trouble with this? Because I'm having 2 other reputable people here, plus myself. This'll probably be fine, he thinks in his head, as the player who plays him knows very well this could go horribly wrong.
You want to specify 3 reputable people.
Oh yeah, the guide. I almost forgot.
Not the guide. Crantor's friend.
Naleek is sitting there with a tear rolling down his cheek.
Who?
Poor Naleek.
Oh my gosh! 1 second.
No, legit. Who? I thought it was just us 3 and the guy.
Did you not? There's the half-elf in wooden armor that's been with Astro's character the whole time.
My squire.
1 sec.
Oh yeah.
Look at my token.
My squire. I had just resented him to just being the squire who stayed behind.
Yeah, no, it was just supposed to be a joke.
Okay, so he's legit coming with us. Oh fuck, he's gonna die.
He's fine. He's done this before.
You know that this person had been with Crantor to Celestia.
Sure, I carried him most of the way, and he had his legs broken, but it's fine.
Hey, that was Cannon's fault.
You know
It
what?
was fine.
You get a pass immediately. You were involved with Cannon. You get a pass.
Yeah, not to step too far out of this campaign already, but you as Scrap were there when we flash cut to Crantor's last scene in Paradigm Shift, when he briefly teleported into Kaiser with Cannon, only for Cannon to teleport them right back out, and they accidentally took a knight with them. That accidental knight is the one with you right now. He has gone through quite the journey. That's why he addressed himself in the last session as a former knight of Mindafall.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, poor Sap.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, he's been through some
Damn,
shit.
son. You alright there, buddy?
That's why
Hold on. Let me get back into... I'm sorry. Let me get back into character.
No, it's cool. It's cool. No,
That's rough, buddy.
So you guys continue further through the astral plane, but in what is essentially no time at all in your visual is a large floating ruby red pool akin to the silver one that you left. And as you approach, the Archmage will confirm, there it is, the Nine Hells. Because we have wanted to be here, we have arrived.
I didn't think it would be that simple.
The astroplane can be very simple, but very dangerous. That cloud we passed by earlier, I did not want to tell you all because your mindsets may have been altered, and as a result, you have moved slower. But that was an astral storm. That could have been the end of us all in an instant. Our bodies, as of right now, are still on Rieba. Once we enter the Nine Hells, our bodies will dissipate and we will instead reform here on the plane. But of course, I will be returning until you call me once more. The guide will be using the sending spell to call for me when you all are ready to leave. I actually can travel through the astral plane quicker than that, but I did not want to risk leaving any of you behind. So I can arrive quicker, if that is your concern.
Smart move.
But alas, before we start drifting too much, let us enter. And for anybody looking at the title screen, this is that plane that you're about to enter.
I figured it'd be this one. Of all of them, this had to be the one. I knew it.
Yes, all 16 of these colors up here represent the outer planes. It's up to anybody who knows or wants to find out which one's which. So yes, you all float forward and start to phase into this red pool as the black around you starts to turn red, and that red starts to encompass you and overcome you. And before you realize, you all are submerged in this red. You are now literally underwater, it feels like. And there is a surface light not too far above you. You will feel the waves crashing and flushing as several individuals out of you all are rushing out of it. Naleek, Archmage Fellhandle, and the guide, Cost, all are rushing out of here. The latter of which is a fire genasi, so they're especially perturbed by this water. And they all rush out of this pool. If you guys want to, you can race to the top of this very greasy and oily red water.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cassius
okay.
he's not afraid of getting dirty, but he's not happy about it either.
Just in his mind, immediately Arudim's like, I swear to God, if this is blood, this is gonna take forever to get out. And he just starts swimming.
Yes, you all.
Not to mention the unsaid.
You all.
Like, it's unsanitary, but he doesn't really mind.
Crantor just looks mildly perturbed as he rises, just squinting.
Crantor doesn't even do anything, he just T-poses and he rises.
Crantor, this is familiar to you. Remember the blood shallows in the abyss?
Why do you
Tell
think he looks perturbed?
Oh no!
It's the goddamn it not again face.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Oh, this again.
Lovely.
Before you know it, you all emerge from a warm pool of blood-red water that is somewhat greasy and foul.
Arudim just looks pissed.
The mark.
Once we are officially out, Cassius, the first thing he's gonna do is prestidigitation himself clean.
Yeah, you're doing that. And you hear the Archmage and Cost, both they're looking at each other, and there's it's like, I am Archmage Miramor Felhandle. I'm Cost the guide. I'm a fire genasi. Yes, I guide to these three heroes and this
Fucking
okay, we're
Arudim
good.
just gets out of the water. The fuck are you two on about?
Archmage is like, we're good. He puts his hand out to Cost, and then looks over to you all. We both had the mindset that may have been Styx water, which causes you to forget instantly. So, thankfully, this is not Styx water. In fact, if I'm correct, this is typical to the arrival on Avernus. I need y'all to scroll to the
good.
bottom left corner.
All of a sudden, you hear Cassius, oh hell! Can't believe I forgot. He just starts patting himself down. Like he's looking for something. Reaches into his pack, pulls out a little mouse.
A small mouse!
A tiny little field mouse.
Oh no, do you have a familiar?
No, not a familiar, just a pet.
Uh-huh,
I
sure.
was so
This
waiting.
tomb.
I was like, wait,
Nah,
do
just
you...
this poor fucking field mouse is just like...
Yeah, which leads me into the description I have for you. The heat
Great.
here is made quickly apparent, despite the majority of your immunity / resistance to fire. And the grass is green, but a green that resembles vomit or moss. Not the luscious green you're used to. The sand in between this grass, which you felt on your way out of the water, feels very ashy, looking more like soot or dust than dirt. And the sky is engulfed in dark clouds, but dimly lit with a red glow, further illuminated by the spread out balls of fire shooting through the sky way above.
Arudim takes one look around,
Yeah, and sure,
sniffs the air. What does it smell like?
the air, like it smells like ash and soot. It smells like these lands have constantly been burned and scarred.
He looks around and he says, so, if I may ask, how many people that die get sent to this layer?
Well,
Is that common?
I wouldn't say it's common. It does happen. Evil souls can be brought here, but it would usually be upon request. If I'm correct, all souls, upon departure, if they aren't obligated by a reincarnation spell or some sort, go to the Raven Queen, who, in many ways, in many religions, the true god of death. She...
Fucking shows his symbol to the Raven Queen.
Yeah! No!
He's got a symbol for the Raven Queen and Kalimvor.
Dude, you have no idea. We'll get to that later. Wait, no, are you serious? You actually have a
holds
symbol?
up a symbol, just like,
No, no.
bitch, I know.
I need you to make this canon for me. Do you own a symbol of the Raven Queen?
Yes, I do.
For what reason? Like, genuinely.
For him, specifically, because he wants to learn more about the Raven Queen and death in general, and the circumstances of how death and the afterlife works.
Ah, I see. So then he's...
And also because he honestly does respect both the Raven Queen and Kalimvor.
Okay, so, you all are not out of this water very long before you see, not too far off in this distance, this purple devil with spikes sticking out of the top of its head, like hair, and all the way down its back, akin to a porcupine. Flaps with long, leathery wings in the air, not too far from you. And several imps are actually circling the vicinity up higher in the sky. I guess, yeah, as well as several more perched around this forest. So who speaks Infernal here?
Ooh, wait. I don't think I do at all.
Crantor does not.
Cassius does, but I'm not sure if he would know that he knows.
Wait, what? He would have never figured... Huh. Yeah.
Would he have ever had call to use it? I'm going to send you a message on Discord, real quick.
Okay. So yes, you were saying, Kobold?
I forgot I have my Token of Past Lives ability, where after I finish a long rest, I gain 1 skill or tool proficiency of my choice, and I can replace it whenever I finish a long rest. So yes. I think I'm going to...
You already have one in play. I forgot.
Yes, I do, but I wanted to change it.
Yeah, no, I'm just clarifying that it's already...
I don't think I'll be intimidating anything in Avernus, so I'm going to just take that out immediately.
Yeah, you will have had several weeks, you'll have had like a week or so before you actually arrived for this mission, so you would have been able to change that at any point in time.
If anything, it might be better to do Persuasion. But
out of character, yes, Cassius does know Infernal.
Yes, so here's where my mind is at. You do recall the old man who did once inform Cassius of tieflings and how they work, to a certain degree. That could have been when he was informed of Infernal, possibly spoken to for the first time in Infernal, which he would have understood innately.
Could I have made a request of the Archmage?
Whether or not he fulfills
Literally
this request...
get me any corpse, connect with the dead.
So what are you trying to do?
According to this ability, whenever the ability ends, I can roll a d3, or I can choose one of the 3 things, and the effect lasts until I finish a short or long rest. So I can learn how to speak, read, and write one language of my choice, or I can gain a school or skill proficiency, or I can gain proficiency in a saving throw of my choice. But I cannot cast the Speak with Dead spell this way until I finish a short or long rest. So that way I'd be able to learn Infernal and be able to understand it before going in. He'd be like, God damn it, I forgot. Things will be speaking a different language here. He'd go over to the Archmage. Do you think you could conjure a corpse? Literally anything that's dead. That humanoid that's dead. That I can extract some magic from.
Don't find any corpses here on Avernus, especially if they're devils, because they dissipate upon death.
Wait. I thought they didn't because they live here.
They dissipate no matter what when they die. It's just if they do not die on their home plane, they return.
Oh, that just makes trophy getting a lot harder now, doesn't it?
As this creature was floating over to you, Arudim walked over to the Archmage and they started discussing this just in time for the creature to come forth. And
Cassius kind of steps forward and...
I want to make a stealth check before he talks to it. Natural 20 or 8.
Oh.
It's what,
well, the
22?
8 is still a 21, motherfucker. I'm rogue, baby. I get expertise for days.
Disgusting.
Is a 23 stealth.
A few more levels, and that is going to be... You'll be at a point where you cannot roll anything lower than a 24.
Oh, wait, actually, do I actually already have that? Hold on.
So,
that's 11th level, viable talent. Bam.
I used to play
so instead of that being an 8, that's
so
a 10.
busted.
So then that's a 25.
That means you literally cannot crit fail.
Yeah, literally can't crit fail. Oh wait, no, the maximum's 35. My bad. But anyway, Arudim takes one look over that thing floating over. Cassius walks over and he just goes, "Yeah, no," and he just melts with the tree. Is it a tree or a bush? I'm sorry.
The imp closest to you visibly goes, "Blink. What?"
No, I like to think you see it through his vision, kind of like Momo vision in Avatar. He blinks, I'm gone, he just goes, "What the fuck?"
So yes, finally, this super long approach between Cassius and the Spine Devil.
Basically, as this creature is floating toward our group, Cassius is kind of trying to match it pace for pace, walking toward it. He's not necessarily going full hostile, and trying to think how he would hail this creature. He wouldn't call it a friend.
What is it you seek?
Cassius just kind of looks and a wry smile, almost like he's looking up at his own horns, even though he knows he can't see them. I just thought I'd come take a visit to the old homeland. And he's saying that in Infernal.
Truly just a vacation you seek?
More or less.
Motherfucker, no!
Trying to see what my deception is.
Oh no!
Well, because I've got my
My
character sheet up on
deception,
my TV.
-3. Oh no!
Oh no.
Should be
my,
high.
my
I think you're a
stats are
charisma
bonkers
guy,
good.
aren't you?
That would be a 20, a soft 20.
Oh baby.
Even returning to the very vein in which flows through your blood.
Yeah, but I'm not a normal tiefling, am I? Do I have a clear line of sight to here?
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay.
Lava. So, it is extremely warm in this vicinity, and it is extremely well lit in this vicinity.
Alright.
Sweet mother
Boy, for the one boy here who don't have dark vision.
So, Cassius, he's going to slowly reach up to his sword. He's going to turn to face this bush or tree or whatever it is. And with one swift motion from the upper left, he's going to make a diagonal strike downward to his right. And he's going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Ooh!
As he follows through with the strike, he's going to stand back up, sheath the sword, and he's going to look back at this devil. And in Infernal, as I said, I'm not a normal tiefling.
Comfortable are your companions in these lands. Is this their first visit?
He's going to stop. He's going to turn back to... He's expecting 4? Because he doesn't know that Arudim just noped the fuck out. So
Bitch, no!
He's going to turn back to what he would expect to 4. Hold on a second, mate.
Now, question, can I do something really quick? Since this doesn't seem to be a current threat, by the time he turns around, I would love to just kind of, like, sneak behind Crantor, and then just pop out from behind Crantor, like, yeah, I'm still here, I never left. Yeah, just, like, fucking casually walk out from behind Crantor like I never left.
Crantor would have had his hand on his axe the entire time since he's got here. He knows what this plane's all about. He's just not trying to fuck around here. He knows what's going on. Not just looking for a fight just yet. He's just kind of watching this interaction happen. Just like, I don't trust this. Squinty eyes.
I'm only just now realizing, out of character, that Cassius doesn't realize the rest of the group has no idea what was just said.
Right?
Oh yeah, just Arudim just looks to Cassius. Want to translate for us, oh mystical infernal speaker?
While Arudim's saying that, Archmage should be like, alright, I do believe that this is time for me to take my leave. Good luck, everybody, goodbye! And phases out.
Coward.
Just gonna roll his eyes.
Just Arudim, plain as day. Coward.
I suppose that's one answer. He wants to know how you're all feeling right about now, as he seems it's painfully obvious this is all of our first time here.
It's my first time on this plane, but I am used to the hells from Carcery.
Kind of looks and nods. Right, well, you got more experience in that than me. How about the rest of you?
I've been to the Feywilds before, and let me think. I've been here before, but I haven't been here before.
Crantor's brain breaks at that.
And I was kind of stranded here for a while until my friend Carrick saved me. The thing about Carrick is he was also a tiefling, but he always disguised himself as an elf. I never told you this, Crantor. It's just something he never really liked being mentioned, but I feel like it's relevant now.
Crantor will nod. Grunt.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was here for some reason. Cassius, how much attention have you been paying to the Spine Devil, or have you turned your focus to your comrades this month?
I'm keeping him within my peripheral.
Kind of raised his head a little when Naleek spoke of Tiefling friend.
So Cassius is kind of facing this direction, kind of turning his head like so. Okay.
Since I can see him, could I also do an insight?
Oh no.
There's a lack of familiarity there that I'm kind of giving to Cassius Street feels strangely familiar with this, which is why he's not also getting disadvantage.
Oh no.
That and you're behind people and stuff.
Yeah, I'll probably not be doing any good. Let's see. Let's see, disadvantage. So that is a 6.
An insight?
No. I only got so many proficiencies, jackass.
Bard,
My
I
job
guess.
is to stab, not to interrogate.
Okay, so then yeah, 7
Really,
to
that's
6.
Crantor's job.
Wait, you know what? He rolled a
Your
3
job
on the
is
die.
to
What's-
name,
He's
motherfucker.
I'm proficient in insight, weirdly.
What the fuck?
Wait, I'll fight 2. I just assumed he was proficient in deception, but this is a shit-ass devil, so I guess it doesn't have any proficiencies. It's yeah. It was a 3 minus 1, so 2. You very clearly saw that as soon as you mentioned Carrick the Tiefling, the creature's eyes widened and it kind of slightly stunned back.
Was that out of fear?
Cassius immediately puts his gaze on him. Not on Naleek, but on the devil.
So, I never got your name. I should be clarifying. This has all been telepathic.
Oh.
Put this in your head, but of course you don't understand it. Only Cassius has, so.
Arudim, not impressed.
At this point, I feel like everybody would have been familiar with telepathy in some capacity, whether or not they're used to it. But yes.
Crantor disapproves of
You
it.
think you're hot shit, motherfucker?
Devils are telepathic, I guess. Because now that I think about it, they pretty much all are.
Not half devils.
Apparently. Jeez, that would be cool for tieflings, but no.
Cassius, he's not going to call on Grandma yet. Cassius looks at
You don't
Naleek
know
and
your great-great-grandma, by the way.
Cassius is going to pierce his gaze right on the devil, and he's going to say in common, "You can understand me, can't you?"
It's an apology out of slight confusion.
Okay.
Insight.
So Cassius is going to turn back to Naleek, and he's going to say, "You said something that sparked his interest. Was it the name of your friend?" He's specifically not going to mention the words tiefling or the name of that person. But he's going to speak to Naleek. He's going to mention that I think the name is what sparked this guy's curiosity.
Oh, that's a good idea to see if he reacts to that.
Uh-huh.
That's a good idea.
Cassius will translate in Infernal.
Barik. Go ahead and roll an insight check as he tries to express confusion. Oops, we're out of the dice tray. Don't count.
Question, can I roll a stealth to get behind the devil?
You know what? Yeah, you'll be moving up on him. I will say this, you will have to move up on him, but yes, stealth check to get behind them without being noticed.
Dope. I'm gonna roll that, because if this fucker tries to run away, I want to catch his ass.
Well, no worries, Cassius. For a second, you almost believe it, but you realize that this individual is once again lying. This confusion is not as genuine as before when you spoke common. Devil of Perception.
Cassius has something he wants to do. He's going to wait. I'm going to make sure that everyone else gets a turn first to do something.
He's holding his actions just like he's got his hand on his axe ready to go. He's just not trusting anything, just observing and like trying to watch out for other threats that might be coming. Just kind of like scoping the situation and trying to maintain control.
So you do know about my friend Carrick? Yes. Are you looking for tieflings? He is one who has been to this plane before.
I'm gonna say nothing, but hold up two knives, put one to my neck, put the blunt end to my neck. I'm gonna look to Naleek and Cassius and like make a gesture towards my neck, like, should I fucking kill him? Like,
Cassius is just gonna shake his head slowly. He's looking at the devil, but he's just gonna shake his head slowly.
Arudim will have a prepared action to throw a dagger at this motherfucker if he tries to run away or do something nefarious.
So I'm going to say two things. For brevity's sake, Cassius is going to be translating for Naleek. That everything this devil says, Cassius will translate. And he's going to try to do in such a way that the devil doesn't quite understand what he's saying. But the other thing he's going to do...
Use bigger words to confuse him!
Nope, I got to select the right one. Cassius is going to stand here. He's going to, again, reach up with his left hand to grab his sword. He's not going to draw it. With his with his right hand, he's going to summon his pact weapon. Point it at the demon. So he's now holding twin longswords, one sheathed, the other not, and he's just going to tell this demon, "You will tell me everything I want to hear, or I will obliterate you." He's going to say that in Infernal.
And while he's doing that, Crantor will be pulling out his axe the second he pulls out he summons his pack weapon.
Naleek just takes one look at the three intimidating adventurers and just goes, "No, they fucking got this."
It's a 19 plus 9.
They're 13, ain't doing that. Ain't doing nothing of that. Yes, understood. I will do whatever you ask. I will do it.
I would like to point out that there is just a horrifying grin of like pure pearly white fangs and tusks. A very happy Arudim. Like, he's reveling in the fear that this devil is presenting.
Cassius is going to turn back to Naleek. "I'll be your translator. The floor is yours."
And you know what? Crantor's actually going to cast Stone of Truth on him.
Oh!
Here we go!
Jump for info! Spill your pockets and your beans!
Click open for me, buddy. Fucking shadow boxing over here, my dude.
Empty your pockets. Spill them beans. Spill that tea.
All right, so you can't. I say you censor it on him.
Yes.
All right, then everybody is under the effects of the spell. I need you all to specify that whether or not you're going to attempt to resist it.
I choose to fail willingly, immediately. Error, give a shit.
Cassius will attempt to resist.
Ooh! Secret!
Alright.
Cute little tiefling's got some
That is a
secrets.
24.
Ooh! Well, shit.
Prism. Oh, that's fucking -1. That's a 12.
That's 12.
Okay, so the only people that intentionally tried to resist were Cassius and this devil. Cassius is the only one who succeeded at doing so.
He's gonna raise his eyebrow at Cassius then, but not say
Cassius
anything.
turns with a smile. He's just gonna turn with a smile and he's gonna wink.
Crantor will sigh a little bit.
Need to fan myself off a little bit here.
For mercy, I am merely tasked with welcoming outsiders to Avernus. Yes.
Okay, so he's in the zone of truth, so that is true. I didn't expect that to be true, honestly. I did not expect that.
Neither did Crantor.
We were just like, oh, this bitch is looking for easy people to mug the fuck out of, and he's just like, no, wait, I'm just a tour guy. Wait, fucking for real? What? Hell has tour guides? Cue the boss music for this poor little thing, scared of the boss adventurers.
Nice. This is a CR2 creature.
Look, I don't fucking know that.
He's going to continue to cower, and he's just please, I mean, you no harm. I may have just wanted to bargain something out of you, but I really can live without it.
What were you hoping to bargain out of us? Now, Cassius is paying attention to the fact that he is slowly trying to back away. Cassius isn't letting him take...
Oh yeah, Arudim just
outside
goes
of a
blank
certain,
bit.
Please, wherever you want to go on your vacation, I will take you there. I will tell you how to get there without me. Please.
So
To
Cassius
bargain off
is
some
going...
gold or treasure. Show it off to the other devils.
This poor
So
bastard.
immediately, like a light switch, Cassius immediately shunts his packed weapon away, lets go of his sword, and he's back to his goofy demeanor. Oh, what was it? Oh, all right then. You see, I'm looking for my little sister. You know, purple skin, hair like mine. Maybe she has horns or not. I'm trying to find her. You happen to know where a young girl, probably 2 to 4 years old, somewhere in that neighborhood. You happen to know if she came through here recently?
I do not know of
Dogs doing
many
a boof.
tieflings who have come to this plane, but I do know that there is an individual who resides on Avernus who is very much infatuated with tieflings.
Is that so? Well, I've never met this fellow. I think he might be quite infatuated, as you put it. He might be quite interested to meet me. After all, he's got my little sister, doesn't he?
Not tell him I said that.
Oh, don't worry, your secret's safe with me, isn't it?
He is easily one of the most dangerous fiends on this layer, and he really has no reason to be all the way up here. He could be on the 5th or 6th layer easily, but he wants to stay here.
Oh.
So Cassius is gonna get in real close. He's just gonna like tap this devil very gently on the head. That's all right.
Roll a Constitution save to not prick your hand on its spiky dome.
Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, just for funsies.
Boy, am I really glad I took that. My first 2 levels, what I did.
Oh shit!
That is a soft 25.
Oh boy, yeah, you fine. Yeah, no, you know, prick. You know exactly how much pressure to put on his very spiky Vegeta-looking dome. It's Vegeta hair, but his skin.
Oh.
Oh yeah, spiky little boy, aren't you?
Cool.
Cassius just kind of leans in, and he's going to say, obviously in Infernal, "It's all right. Besides, you've seen my power. Grandma's got our back. Now where can we find him?"
His name? It'll probably help you find him. His name is Kosil the Damning. We'll type that in chat for you.
Ooh, Kosil the Damning. Ooh. Let's see.
They are the leader of Vesnionza. It's a gang here on the Avernus of devils. He's a Rakshasa.
Leader of a gang of devils. Oh, that's cool. Do they have leather jackets and cool outfits? That's me
Something
wondering,
like that.
not Arudim. That's me, because I'm a nerd.
Here, I'll drop the... There we go. He's a Rakshasa.
Oh, he's a Rakshasa. Oh.
Hey.
Ooh, Kitty gets about to lose a life.
Because just across the lava river, a giant fireball from the sky comes crashing down, leaving a crater as it explodes, fire scattering somewhat.
Woo! Missed us.
And you look up once again, reminded of the flaming balls of fire flaming balls of fire, yeah. We're sticking with it.
Yep.
Redundancy for the win. They go,
Man.
they go
Everybody's
soaring.
done it.
They go soaring through the air continuously as you're reminded that this is how this plane is lit.
By nothing but fire!
Literally, flying fire, it lights the sky.
Man, some elementals must really like vacationing here.
Right.
It's a lit fail!
Cassius just kind of, upon hearing that out of character, Cassius just looks over at the fire genasi and said, "Sup?"
I was just going to say, Avernus, if you visit the right spots, can be not evil. I guess is the most complimentary way I can put it. I wouldn't say peaceful. I wouldn't say enjoyable. I will say not evil, because the devils are creatures of order. You play them right, you get what you want.
I love him.
With the guide,
It makes sense, and I love it.
So this devil. Yes, this devil continues on. He's Fort Knucklebone is beyond the sands to the direction over there.
Fort Knucklebone, Jesus.
Yes, spelled how you would think. It's beyond the sands and the Styx. That is a land known to hold many gangs here on Avernus. However, they're in the opposite direction. If you follow the river, will take you to an abandoned city that came from the material, now called Darkspine. It also holds a few gangs here in Avernus. They exclaim that one of these locations, if not being the resident of Koso, will hold someone who knows where it is. Just for brevity's sake, in cowering fashion.
So Cassius, he's definitely shed his edge. He's definitely not trying to intimidate him. Now that he's effectively made this devil piss himself, he's trying to now comfort him. He's gonna pull a couple silver pieces out of his pouch and say, "You know what? You've been a good sport. Tell you what, don't tell anybody you saw us. And in fact, everybody else that saw us, make sure that they know not to tell anybody you saw us. You see, my little sister's a little worried. She doesn't know I'm coming for her. I kind of like it to be a surprise. So I'll tell you what, he's going to hand a few silver over to this devil. That's for you for being such a good sport. But don't let me catch you lying to me now, because I'll know."
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your forgiving nature. You've truly been blessed with the greatest of Zariel's blood.
He's just going to walk over here to Crantor, and he's going to say in common, if the creature knew that he was under a zone of truth, he would think we all were too. He believes that the girl we're after is my sister. There's more than one way to play a truth to your favor.
Indeed.
Naleek was looking over you, and here I was thinking that both you and your sibling were a tiefling. Are they or aren't they?
No, my sister's human, much like my older brother was.
You're the lone tiefling in your family, eh?
Yeah, I that is it.
My friend was too, but he often used disguised self to hide it. He would go out in public in an elf form. He was like that for the first few years I knew him, but I eventually discovered him. I kept his secret, even though I feel like he should have just been true to himself.
I can see why. Tieflings are often looked down upon. There are those who pity us. There are those who just treat us poorly. But I embrace what I am, and he just kind of looks at his hands for all that I am. Anyway, shall we be off?
Yes, I think that-
Right after he says that, I want to walk in front of this guy because I was here the whole time. Just like flip my knife over, look at him, lick my lips, and go, "Hey."
Did you enter his view suddenly, or did you do it slowly?
Yeah. No, I just sauntered on over.
That's even
Imagine
better.
the ultimate nonchalant moment right there.
His screech.
He then crouches down to his level, puts the knife to his chin, tilts his head up, and goes, I thought this trip would be very boring, but now I'm seeing there are some benefits.
Oh, yes. Do visit some of the stops here in Avernus. It is welcome.
He hands him 2 gold.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much.
You're cute.
I will show my comrades that there are better ways to work with mortals.
See that you do, says Crantor, and walks away.
This devil, slowly just kind of looks around.
He basically offers him a hand up.
He'll take your hand up and slowly start to flap off of the ground.
Call me.
And he nods. Oh my god.
Arudim's over here flirting with the devil.
Oh my god, are the Storm's Eye about to become a Tanaruk clan?
You don't know. You don't know my motives.
Alrighty. And so
Cassius is going to say in common, sorry about the deception, it's part of my game. Foes who
No,
tend
it's
to
fair
take
in
me
love
for
and war,
less.
my friend.
Foes who tend to take me for less, all that easier to beat 'em, mate.
Arudim just gestures to himself. Lying is what we do sometimes for work.
Yeah, preach on that one, my friend.
I hate to say it, but you're right. Even as a knight, we were told to lie constantly. One of my worst memories is having to sit in this small little village called Boulder Bay and pretend like their village wasn't going to be taken away from them.
Ooh, harsh. How many families did you destroy?
There were roughly 1,000 people in that village, so certainly a lot. The village,
Fucking
as far,
paragons of monsters. I love it.
at least at the time.
Yeah,
that
I
we
was
were-
there at Boulder Bay.
Yeah, I know. I remember seeing you. I was there for that whole major outburst, that whole mosh pit of sorts in the tavern, and even after you had disappeared with your group, that demon that ran wild killed 2 of my friends.
Crantor's looks, has a sharp intake of breath. It's I had nothing to do with that.
I don't blame you for it. It was that demigod, right? He kind
Yes.
of just chuckles at
And
it.
no one else.
Okay, so guys, you have a decision to make. This devil is now floated up into the air. He's starting to circle with some of the other imps. The imps that were perched and such. I'm not moving their tokens, but just for flavor's sake, they float up and they all are kind of flying in a circle tight as they're likely communicating. But it's too far for the telepathic link to be
Spine
forged.
delicates. Look at the shinies.
Look at it. I can get. You know what? Never mind. They don't speak physically, so you wouldn't hear. Never mind.
This bitch is beautiful and he's adorable. We made his day and also made him have mortal fear.
Not even mortal fear, mortal respect. Yeah,
fair, yeah.
I will say roll one last insight check on it as it kind of flew off.
Ooh, can I?
Yeah, everyone.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
awesome.
Oh
I
no,
gotta turn
Monty,
you down a
no!
little, Astro. Sorry, the dog.
Please
is
do.
coming.
Well, it's
It's
I understand it's out of your control. I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
literally constant.
Yeah, no, I hear it's just
All hours of
going
the day.
on. What? Why though? What are they
I have
upset
no
about?
idea.
Is it a
It's
chihuahua?
wearing on my patience and conscience.
Goodness. There's no door you can put in between you and that blasted thing?
That's from another apartment. That's
Oh
not
my
mine.
god!
What?
Yeah. That's from another apartment. It's constant at all hours of the day.
What?
From
I
sun up
only-
till midnight. It's just always going.
And here I figured
Astro, bro.
I'm so sorry, my dude. You have
No,
the
come back
patience
to
of a
Ohio.
saint.
It's quiet, dude.
Saints. Yeah, you all clearly can tell this boy has a different perspective of mortals, not just in fear, but a different respect for mortals. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'll go into for that.
Damn it!
Yeah, 19 was a little more insightful for Grant, and he can tell that this creature probably expected that it was going to either bargain or die at this location, and that was that. So the fact that something else
At least he
came out of
accepts
it,
his fate.
yes, it was basically accepting his fate, and you showed him that his fate was not set in stone.
Honestly, that's the best lesson we could have taught him.
Mm-hmm.
We did a good thing, boys. Now fucking run.
So yes, guys, down the lava path to your right, or to the left until you reach the Avernus Sands. However, the abandoned city to your right following the lava pit is the other location it's cited as the 2 main sources of gang activity. It is only very slight in this abandoned city to your right, but the devil told you that both locations would likely have someone who could tell you exactly where you could find Kosel's gang.
Interesting.
Cassius is like, this is my first time dipping out of Rieba, so I'm gonna let the decision to y'all.
The way it sounded, the Avernus Sands sounds like a battlefield. I'm not sure how familiar you all are with the Blood War, but the Blood War is the everlasting feud between demons and devils, and this war occurs constantly throughout all of the lower planes. Avernus, the first layer of the Nine Hells, being one of the main battlefields. So it is very likely that several times in our venture across this plane, we could come across said battlefields.
And
Interesting.
with me, if we run across any demon, well, they're immediately going to look right at me and assume that, well, we're here to fight. So we can safely assume that any demon we run into is going to try to kill us.
We run into demons on this layer, with or without you. They're going to come for us. If nothing else, for a meal.
Well, there's no time like the present.
You got something for us, Arudim?
Well, I do have many abilities and skills, but one of them just so happens to be able to recall information and extract information and skills from those who have passed on. So if we're in a bind, I could whip up something quick as long as we had a corpse.
Cassius
And
puts
if
his
we're
hand
looking
in his
for
pocket.
a specific object, I might also be able to help.
Cassius puts his hand toward his pocket and he just kind of looks at Arudim. You touch Lucy, I'll kill you where you stand.
Who? Oh, the
Lucy?
child.
No, pulls out his little pet mouse and he just kind of pets her.
Oh, you have a
Yeah.
pet. How quaint. Adorable, even. I like it.
Don't worry, Lucy.
Let's see.
I won't let that Gary Rogue hurt you.
I wouldn't hurt something so insignificantly cute.
I feel a bit safer now.
Naleek
If
is...
it does, I can extract information from its core.
Naleek's got his hands pressed together in his face as he's looking down in the ground, like fingers spread out as his hands are pressed together. Just
Oh, don't worry. She'll be alright. She was with me pretty much everything, really.
that's an innocent creature, and this is a furnace where the air is ashy and fire can land on us at any moment. You're fire resistant, is it? Is that a tiefling rat?
Cassius holds up the ring of fire resistance, looks at the rat, looks at the ring of fire resistance, looks back at the rat.
Oh no! Says the one in wood armor. You know what? Aridim's gonna say that. Says the one in wooden armor.
Immune to fire. You could not burn it with radiance.
Interesting. Do you know if the little girl had anything that she treasured or kept on her at all times? Necklace, pendant,
Are you
anything?
a-
A
are you-
doll?
Are you asking Naleek this, or are you asking the guide this?
I'm asking Naleek and the guide.
Naleek's...
I'm basically asking, did anybody ever find out about that?
We never asked for any of that information, and I don't think he provided us. It's like, fear not, the guide says. It's like, oh my gosh, you guys didn't really prepare much, did you? And, her name is Karis. She is his tiefling. She is roughly 2 years old, and no, none of her belongings were missing when she was. So she has nothing of hers on her, and nothing was provided to you as tracking or something. So chances are there wasn't anything of that caliber that could have helped. Otherwise, he would most definitely provided it to you.
Okay.
Cassius is just gonna look at Arudim and say, as a last resort, it might be useful, but I think that's part of the reason why I'm here.
Why is that?
Because finding people is my specialty.
Oh,
Particularly
well, by
those
all
who can
means. We're supposed to find the, Fort Knucklebone?
If that is the direction we're going, is that what you guys want to do? You guys want to travel across the battlefields or just go down the lava river?
Fucking, you think we're gonna swim down the lava?
We're not going to swim in the lava river, and to be honest, if you're immune to... Wait, you're probably not immune. But if you are immune to fire, you could probably just walk right across it. Or at least swim through it.
Cassius looks at the ring, looks at his hand, looks at
your mouse.
At that point.
You'd have to swim through the lava with the mouse on your hand above you.
Animal handling with advantage, Cassius? Because you know your little pet.
Alright. Animal handling, that is a 14.
With advantage?
With advantage. I rolled a 10 and an 11.
Oof. Well, you can tell that your little buddy there is very dehydrated and is not breathing the easiest.
Cassius is just going to pull out the water skin. He's just kind of squat down, cross-legged there on the ground.
Oh yeah, rat's
Put her
right up
there
on it.
between his legs.
Just skittered right up, just licking out of it as long as you're letting it stay there.
I'll let her take her fill. I'll
Yeah,
pull out
she-
some rations and kind of share it with her.
And you can tell it's very hot. You can tell it's trying to not tuck into you, actually. It's actually jumped off of your... Now that you're sitting on the ground, it's now jumped off of your lap and is resting in the moss-colored grass. Because that's probably the coolest feeling thing it can get to.
Okay.
Which is strange, but yes, the heat from the lava river is kind of pushing at you that way.
That is one thing I've never really thought about, and it's part of the reason I have her. Being a tiefling, fire and heat doesn't really affect me all that much, but, well, doesn't mean it's not there.
Not to mention your belongings as well.
Aye, that is true. For what small belongings I do carry.
Well, Crantor, what do you think?
It seems the prudent course of action is to go to the abandoned city and see what we can determine there.
Naleek,
Rightio.
what do you feel?
My concern is this, but it really goes with either direction. If we go in one direction and find out that the other location is where we need to be, we're going to be frustrated with having wasted our time. But if we were to go all the way across these sands and across the Styx River and finally come across this Fort Knucklebone and find out that this Rakshasa was not there, we would probably all be livid. So, yeah, I'm in favor of the city, honestly.
It's a closer target. There's less of an enemy presence. It seems like it's the clear choice.
Agreed.
Well then, I believe that is a mostly unanimous there.
The fire genasi is like, oh, whew, I'm real happy with that one. I was concerned for a second. I was thinking you guys actually wanted to go across that battlefield. I was thinking, oh man.
Oh no, trust me, if we don't get any results over here, we're gonna have to come back.
And then we'll be angry.
You wouldn't say that.
Oh!
But
Sorry.
this is my job. I get paid well. Very well. So,
Yeah, if you live.
what's going on? Hey, that's your job.
Well,
Is
if
it
you're getting paid to die too.
Now he straight up said, is it though? I do not recall us being informed that we had to keep you alive.
I
It's
signed
just-
no such contract.
Nope, you don't have to. That just means you'll be a man down and it'll be harder to do it.
His jaw's agape. Naleek's just like thumps him on the chest. Calm down, we're joking. Okay, so you guys pass for a good few hours down the way of...
By the way, there is one thing Cassius is going to do.
Yes.
He's going to take the iron flask that he has. Hear me out. It is made of metal. He is going to place it next to his water skin.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to prestidigitate the water in his water skin to cool it off,
Mm-hmm.
to keep the iron flask cool, and he's going to put Lucy next to it.
Oh, look at you. Okay, there you go.
Look at this
Alright.
big brain boy!
You know, as they travel, he's just going to keep an eye to make sure it stays cool, or at least cool enough for her.
Nice. You have saved yourself the need for checks, my friend.
For the rat.
Yeah, no, there was going to be animal handling checks to keep him alive. I mean, that's the blunt way of putting it, and that's implying he would have died so easily, but yeah, this is the checks to keep him in good health. And you kind of just already subsidized that right next to the water, staying cool on the flask that you're repetitively cooling with prestidigitation as it warms. Because you guys aren't too far from that lava river as you guys keep following the trail of it. You love that. Prestidigitation is like one of the best spells ever. So yes, to you, Arudim, you're the only one who really feels some of the heat. But thanks to your ring, it's comparable to a humid day in the forest, albeit smoggy or breathing air. But yeah, the rest of you being immune to fire will hardly feel the heat of the river at all, instead only finding issue with the thinner oxygen in this region. After reaching the end of these lava rivers, after several hours of travel, in this essentially desolate, burnt land, as you pass by, you seldom see any flying creatures in the distance. What you actually noticed flying in the distance more so than any creature is
Oh no.
are airships in the far distance, but they're still clearly discernible, which implies that they are rather sizable. Luckily, they're not heading in your direction as you guys continue your way down this lava river. Yeah, as you eventually reach the ending point of this lava river, you all manage to make your way through these ashen hills. The land gets unsteady, undetected, for a good few minutes before you all catch sight of something in the horizon, aside from the few background mountains. Peeking over the hills, you'll see a ruined city in the distance. blackened and burnt buildings, some crumbled. Come to realize that this is Darkspine, the city that the devil told you about.
Just sounds like Cleveland to me.
Hey, there you go. Fucking got him.
And I can say that because I lived there. I'm from there.
Do you all continue your way to the city?
Yeah, Cassius is going to mention offhandedly, running with bandits. I've seen burnt villages before. Although, when he's gonna look up, that might have had something to do with it.
It looks like,
Yeah, no, you got a sky full. I will say, over those several hours, there were a few more fireballs from the sky that have crashed down. Not too close to your vicinity, but close enough to take note of. And it's just like, okay, that is a regular hazard of this plane.
It's fine.
You all approach towards the city, and coming close towards some of the buildings, you actually notice, approaching the city, that there is a slight rise in ground, and beginning there's the dusty remnants of a path that leads into the city. And approaching...
Seems like a choke point.
I was about to say, if there's anyone here, I can get their attention. I can get their attention real quick. And he's gonna say that with a half-cocked grin as he's looking right at Crantor after he says that.
Arudim makes a stealth check immediately to hide.
Just squints. Maximum squinting.
Until you actually enter the city itself, there is nothing to hide behind. But you are coming in on these decrepit, burnt buildings. You all can't help but feel that you're being watched.
Immediately, I want to try to hide. Because I just rolled a 19.
I mean, I guess you're hiding. Yeah, yes, you enter the city.
No. I mean, like, is there actually somewhere to hide?
I mean, to be fair, well, yes. Once you were coming into the city, there are, like, decrepit buildings. And thanks to that high stealth check, you will make it in safely as you've come to realize that this building is very close to crumbling.
Fuck, I can do math. There we go.
There it is.
Very
Oh my
stealth.
god!
How does he do that?
19 plus 13, bitch.
No, Cassius just says that, noticing that Arudim just goes full DBZA out of reality.
And Naleek's like, I literally have no idea, man. I was looking right at him, waiting to see where he went. I didn't see where he went.
Oy vey.
Just as you guys are wondering where Arudim went, in Infernal, out loud, not in your heads, you're going to hear a yell saying, "Stop as you are, or we call for more devils."
This bitch thinks he's hot shit. Who the fuck? Who the fuck want to square up? Who the fuck?
He will roll insight on that, but Cassius does, in fact, have a... Fuck. That was a nat 1.
Oh no!
No.
You have lucky?
Not this time!
I can't believe this.
That's a nat 1 on his insight.
18. That's an 18 on Arudim's insight.
Perfect, Cassius.
I rolled
As
a
far as you're
15.
concerned, this is probably an Archdevil themselves. Holy fuck. Squaring up. What if this is Zariel? Oh my god. What if this is Zariel right here and now? And
Grandma?
Arudim and...
It is canon. In his head, he refers to Zariel as he has now figured out his lineage. He refers to her as Grandma.
That's perfect. I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's great.
Granny, no!
I'm rolling with
Go
it.
back to knitting, please!
But Arudim and Crantor, you guys very clearly can tell this is some sort of prank. This is the use of thaumaturgy.
Oh, cool. What could I possibly do in order to find the source? Would it be perception or intelligence?
You would have to give up your stealth and try... Well, actually, you know what? Yes, hear where you're at to get a nice general direction. Yes, you can roll a perception check.
Cool.
Can I as
Because
well?
I'm very curious. Ooh, that is going to be a 22 perception.
Oh my goodness, man! Arudim
I've got a expertise in perception, and luckily for me, I rolled an 11, so that's that's +1 to the minimum.
This would be great because if Cassius rolled a nat 20 on his perception, so that was the first. No, that was not the first nat 1. I think there was one last session. I'm trying to remember who did it.
I think Crantor had one.
Yes, that's right. Aww.
Who had the first one of Rieba, too, so...
Oh,
train
yeah,
going.
that's right!
Oh
The
my
nat
god.
1 and the nat 100 immediately after. It was wonderful.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
In
So,
the
yeah.
first second.
So, Cassius, do you also roll a perception check to discern where Granny is?
Sure,
I can't
why
help but
not?
think of like a really helpless old grandma, the Queen of Hell. Meemaw, what a loud voice you have!
That is a 10.
Better to scold you with, my dear!
Alright, Cassius, that was probably from atop the building. Granny's on top of the building. She's ready to call all the devils. Yeah, Crantor, you can clearly tell. This is probably just some little devil on the top trying to pull some heist of some sorts. Similar to you, Arudim, you can tell that this creature's probably on top of the building, opposite side of the street, pulling the stunt.
How tall is that building? I'm curious.
The building across from you is actually shorter than the building you're in. The building you're in is roughly 6 stories high, whereas the building across the street is only 3 stories high.
Could I take my grappling hook and try to scale that building by stealthing over there?
It will take another stealth check, but yes, you can come out of the building where you're at now. All of a sudden, guys, you just see Arudim walking out of the building opposite side of the street, having no idea how he went in there.
Ooh,
Yes.
damn! I'm fucking getting lucky tonight. Thank God, for once.
But dude, this is the thing your character's good at. We just discerned earlier he can't roll lower than a 25 on this.
That is 30 stealth, baby.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, you just see him phasing out of the wall, and then like a ghost in Phasmophobia disappears and appears somewhere else as you see him scaling the wall very stealthily opposite side. You see some of the building crumble as he scales up, almost as if he's leaving holes where he's putting his feet. And Arudim, you can tell that one wrong move and this entire building will crumble beneath you, which means whatever creature is on top of it is either not actually on it or is very light.
The minute he gets to the top, he wants to peek an eye up just to see what it is.
Yes, I'll let you get away with that. You peek up, and you're going to see just about 15 feet to your left, peeking over the wall harshly, is an imp.
A wee little imp. Is it looking like down towards where we were, like trying to see if it worked his little scheme?
He is looking directly at Crantor right now, visibly unnerved.
Okay, cool. Can I roll another stealth to sneak up behind him?
Sure. Actually, you know what? No, with your 30, I'm just gonna let you get away with it.
Arudim slowly takes off his glove, revealing that weird tattoo. He gets in position, grabs the imp, muffles him immediately, holding him like Solid Snake, like ready to crack his neck.
Oh shit.
And he just whispers in his ear, "Hello there." And this imp will immediately begin to feel a necrotic energy building up right in his mouth. You want to know what death tastes like?
So you have this imp muffled, grappled around its mouth and body, as it's very clearly tiny in comparison to you.
How scared does he look?
Oh, he's jittering and wandering and... but can hardly make any noise underneath the thick leathery gloves.
I am going to go back over to my grappling hook. Or my grappling hook, well, yeah, it's a grappling hook, it's just not automatic. I'm going to put a boot on this motherfucker, still muffle him with one hand, pull it back up, and tie him up with it. And then hang him like Spider-Man.
Have you tied over his mouth?
I'm still covering his mouth as I'm doing this. And then I want to put a little rope of my own over his mouth, like his muzzle and stuff.
Alrighty, and you said you're going to dangle him off the building?
I'm going to Spider-Man him, basically, yeah.
Alrighty, well, as you've been moving over across the building as much as you have, I would like you to just roll me a general dexterity check.
Dexterity check, got it.
Yeah, I know, I'm asking the rogue to rogue.
Fucking hell! These rogue dice were made for rogues, baby! Let's go!
Let's see it!
A dexterity check? 22.
Fuck yeah!
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so you're good. Some of the building, again, is crumbling, and the foundation of this building is ready to give. One wrong move, and again, you can tell for certain this entire building is going to crumble beneath you. So, you very much want to watch your step, and you've been doing so very delicately since you've been climbing up the building. You're essentially leaving holes behind you, like those certain maps on Pokemon games, specifically
Yeah.
Mirage Tower. Yes, it is literally just like that. So you've been maneuvering very delicate.
Go sleep.
So just to put in perspective, you very sneakily climbed up the side of this decrepit, ready-to-crumble building without this imp noticing you, came up behind it as it was looking over the same wall you climbed up, completely subdued it physically, and are now draping it off the side of the building.
I just whistled to the others, just like, as the imp is dangling, probably by his tail, just to add to the humiliation.
Crantor nods and grunts.
Cassius just
Adorable prank there.
Cassius just looks up with his hand on his sword. You're not Grandma.
Little friend here was having a little fun with thaumaturgy.
Oh, I can do that.
Just a harmless little prankster. You want me to drop him?
No, we need to ask him
I
questions.
dangle the imp by his tail over the building, and as I say that, and I want to gauge his fear.
Oh, it's still squirming, flailing at this point. It's not really submissive to the situation. It's very much trying to make itself fall so it has a better chance of getting away.
Oh, that's cute. You know, it could just kill you. Do you want it to be painless?
The squirming intensifies as it's flailing out more of its energy.
You're so cute. Let's see, can I assess that, would he die if I dropped him? Because I fucking hogtied this bitch.
He is incapacitated, so yes, from this fall, he would probably just into dust.
Oh, that would be so good.
You maniacal motherfucker. Oh my god.
I'm gonna use my other grappling hook, because of course I have more than one, because I'm a fucking rogue. I'm gonna go back down, and I'm gonna keep him hogtied, and then I'm gonna burrito his ass.
I'm gonna need you to roll me an acrobatics check to safely climb down this building holding this imp.
Oh, acrobatics? Oh, you want me to roll acrobatics?
With disadvantage, just so you actually have a reason to roll, motherfucker. Talk shit.
You want me, the rogue, to roll acrobatics?
I want you, the rogue.
You fucking fool! That was a nat 20 and a 9.
Well, it's just technically a 10 on the dice because rogue. So
I don't have expertise in acrobatics, to be fair, so it is a 9.
It's only proficiency.
Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! I thought that was only with my expertise skills!
Oh no, it just benefits most for your expertise skills because that means your passive stealth is 25. So what's your acrobatics modifier, bud? Come on.
The total is going to be a 19 acrobatics.
Oh, it's a plus. Oh, only plus 10.
No, plus 9.
Okay.
It's a 10 minimum. Remember? It's
yeah,
10
that's
minimum.
right. That's right. Okay.
It's a plus 9. It's not double digits.
You scale. All right. You know what? I just need to start taking into You know what? Never mind. I want to say I should start taking into consideration these rolls prematurely, but for the sake of the viewing audience, it should still be addressed each time it happens.
Anyway, he comes down with this imp, looks to the others. So, should I kill it, or maybe torture it a little bit?
The Fire Genasi guide of yours kind of speaks out. I honestly was not expecting you all to be this comfortable in this plane, facing circumstances like these.
It's funny that you even call this hell.
I've seen so much worse.
Naleek's like...
Does he seem really disturbed?
Yeah, no, he's really just kind of trying to play it off, trying to be a professional, but he's really like, oh my god.
Like, oh my god, these boys really fucked up!
Naleek's looking at it and he's like, yeah, it almost has to make you wonder who's the real monsters here.
Arudim is gonna look this imp in the eyes. He's gonna say, you wanna die? Nod yes or no.
Frantically nodding no, frantically nodding no.
I am all for good fun, your little prank. I liked it. And just because you're struggling so adorably, I think I'll let you go unless my group has anything else to say.
Naleek will actually speak up and he's like, wait, we're here for a reason. Maybe this little guy knows.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Unmuffle him, but keep the mouth shut as I unmuffle him, and I look at him and I say, you do anything? You yell, you scream, your life? And I snap my fingers, gone. And we get the information anyway. Okay? Okay. And I very gently let go of his mouth, but I still keep a hand on him ready to fucking disintegrate him.
He stays silent.
Occasionally pulsing his back with necrotic energy, just like to remind him, yeah, bitch, I'm still here.
As you took your hand off of his mouth, it stayed quiet, just kind of looking at you, awaiting your next course of action.
And then he looks at the others. Go ahead, ask him the questions.
All right. Where's Grandma? I mean, we're looking for, what was it, a Rakshasa?
His eyes look at you.
We're looking for Castor the Damning. He leads a gang called the Vasnionza.
Oh dear. I do not know, but you could ask Briaris. She may know.
And who is that, my little imp?
And where can we find her?
Deep in the city, Briaris. She runs a gang. An evil broking.
Ooh, another one.
Yeah.
We've got 2.
This has been in common, by the way.
Beautiful. What a good boy.
Devils make
Is he crying?
deals.
Is he crying?
No, but he is whimpering.
Damn it!
Oh my god.
Damn it!
Aridim's new favorite thing has been mentally breaking devils. Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me? This is the biggest power boner he's had in years. He loves this shit.
Well, on the bright side, it's not going to be too hard to keep him around after this arc. Holy shit. And here I was wondering how am I going to keep them together after this arc for the rest of the campaign. Well, you just
Are you kidding? This is basically his fetish pastime.
Oh my god. Okay.
Knocking people, nobles, kings off their high horse and making them suffer.
It's an imp, dude!
Yeah, and devils have a superiority complex no matter how small they are for some reason. Arudim is gonna be like, do me a favor, and he grabs his arm, unties it, point to where you need to go. You, not us, we'll find her. Where do you need to go?
I just need to keep watch is all.
Insight, bitch.
Insight, bitch.
16 insight for me.
Yeah, that beats a 9. Oh yeah, he's very clearly lying. He's been tasked with something. He's not telling the whole truth.
Small pulse of necrotic energy right on his ass. Yeah. The whole truth and nothing but the whole truth, friend. Again, this time from the top.
And to emphasize the point, Crantor pulls out a javelin and readies it.
Oh, bitch, you want to be a skewer?
It's just me and my friends, me and my brethren. We want to take the gold. Yes,
You're all obsessed with gold. Might I ask, are you akin to dragons in that sense?
Sensing a theme here.
Yeah.
Is it the greed, or is it the fact that it's shiny? Is it because it represents power?
I want to show that I am worthy of promotion.
Tell you what, I will give you some gold and let you go scot-free. How many friends do you have?
3.
He gives him 5 gold. Keep 2 for yourself. You survived. Good job.
Thank you.
Cuts him loose. Throws him into the air. Fly, bitch!
He kind of fumbles in the air and catches his
and
his
make
base.
sure not to drop the gold I just gave him.
Yeah. He orients himself and just flutters as fast as he possibly can.
He just smiles. Oh, what a rush. And he just starts walking.
Okay. So are we going to talk about that? Naleek says.
What's to talk about?
I mean...
the necrotic energy dissipates from his hand and his whole arm, which, by the way, it almost looks like a skeletal arm is forming on top of his arm, and then it just disappears and he puts the glove back on.
Oh, man. Naleek's checking it out. He's like, alright. Just checking. And you all continue up the street. You're about 3-4 buildings down when the building that you were on top of, Arudim, crumbles.
He looks back.
Like he just finally gave out, kind of thing. Yeah.
Hush, Squire, it's fine.
1 second. Oh, yeah, no.
So,
you guys, I'm just going to... Go ahead.
I have a quick question.
Go for it.
Regarding navigating, would That's the button I want to push. Would that help us get around, given that we...
Yes, because that applies to the general layout of cities and civilizations. It says you can find the passages through the urban sprawl, which means you can discern what is a functionable cut-through and what is not.
Oh shit, nice.
That's useful. Damn.
Oh,
Hell
yes.
yeah, dude.
Everyone
Nice.
sleeps on background features. I tell you what, those things are some of the most useful things in the game if you apply. One of them, I think it's for Outlander or whatever. You can forage for up to 6 people a day. You don't need rations with somebody in the party with that background.
You know, I did actually take that for one of the very first games I ever did. And it never came up, and I was very sad about it, because I thought that was a really cool thing.
Because it is, but a lot of, even some DMs don't pay attention to that stuff.
Fucking
Wow,
wait, I'm an
I actually
idiot!
have that one.
Yeah, exactly, dude. So realistically, we don't have to worry about Gallataur. Yeah, look at that. And then criminal, yeah, Arudim, for example, he can just really fucking make something out.
Criminal background, motherfucker.
Yeah, Wanderer. Oh my god, is Wanderer amazing? You have an excellent memory for maps and geography. Which helps
You can
Naleek,
find food
write this
and
down.
fresh water for yourself for up to 5 other people each day.
These Crantor. Naleek, write this down. That's great. He starts scribbling, just pulls out a notebook, just fumbles, grabs a pen, just... Up to 6 people a day. Crantor, can I just see your character sheet? I can just copy it straight from there.
So
it's fine.
Cassius...
Here you
Following off the instructions by the imp, Cassius just kind of looks around. I'll bet you if we head off in that direction, we'd probably get there a little bit faster. Mark my words, I bet you it's true. And he'll just kind of guide them through the alleyways and potentially through what look like stable enough buildings.
And so,
Crantor will let him lead.
yes, Cassius
If
seems...
there is any way I can, I'm going to look for somebody who would be like, yeah, I can get you inside a place.
Funny enough you say that, because there will actually be circumstances like that. You are going to, with your passive perceptions, you all will be able to discern that several different devils throughout your time passing through the city are just watching from various
passive
perches.
perception of 21, baby.
Yeah, you
Jesus
don't need
Christ.
that. You don't fucking need that.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Dude.
I'm a flex, bitch. I don't care. I'm a flex. I'm gonna be that guy right now because I don't care.
I hope you pull a muscle.
Happy. My feelings.
Well, no worries. No worries. I have a character with a passive perception of 23. It's absurd. It's so bad. It really is bad when it's so high. Like, why even roll a stealth check, you know? Just to see if you get that crit, I guess. But yeah, no, that's why I'm not
Or
even
that
bothering.
crit fail. You never know.
I'm not going to sit here and roll 8 stealth checks because at least 7 of them are going to be useless. So I'm just going with the fact that you guys can discern that there are several devils of different kinds, mostly imps, that have been observing you guys as you pass through the city. Some trying to be hidden.
Wee little baby cuties.
Yeah. Some hidden, but others have actually been in several groups on the streets. As you got deeper into the city, you could see some actually just wandering about the streets. Not like in bulk, not like a busy city road, but you'll see like a group of 3 devils wandering, like one of them looking like the one you met earlier, purple with the spines and the wings flapping about with a few imps, and there is a similarly spined devil that is like a yuckish yellow, but its pines are a little bit thicker. But as they're wandering, some have noticed you, but all the ones that notice you just observe and watch you wander by. I will say you guys can roll a general insight check to get a feel of the vibe as you guys are getting deeper into this abandoned, wrecking city.
Yeah, since Cassius is kind of leading the way, and given his, natural affinity for just kind of observing the people that are wandering around cities, he's definitely going to at least give them a passing glance. Just to kind of see what they're doing. That is a nat 20, baby!
Fuck yeah, dude.
You can tell he is in his element right now.
Oh yes, baby.
Show
Everybody's popping off tonight. You get a pop off. You get a pop off.
Show me, Arudim, your insight, if you so wish to check.
Oh, very much so, my good sir. I will roll the blasting jelly. 19. Oh my god, I feel bad.
But yes, we got a dirty 20, a 19, and a nat 20. All three of you can discern that they are curious about you. You all are very clearly not of this plane. Even you, Cassius, they can tell. So they're wondering what the hell your business is here. And they're staying out of your way as to not interrupt it. Your presence is commanding their respect.
Especially considering it, wandering around, it looks like we own the place.
No, that's what exactly. It's not that you guys are just
able to move.
You guys aren't just wandering through the middle of the city. You guys are cutting through the back alleys and stuff. You are looking around, discerning the route, and going through with it as if you know what you're doing. And like some of them can tell that more than others, because of their varying levels of intelligence. But overall, you're getting deeper and deeper, and you're starting to catch.
I just imagine one of the demons. No, don't fuck with them. You don't want that. You don't want that right now. Don't you bring that evil into my
The
house.
spine devil in the imp from earlier. Run!
legit. There is an instance where it's just like there's this bearded devil that's like, oh, I want to go fuck with these guys. They think they're hot shit, and legit, an imp goes, no, dude, don't.
It's already made its way
Can I
around
hear
Devil Twitter.
that? Can I hear and see that?
With your insight, yes. Even though that's not what insight does, I'm just gonna roll with it.
I have a
'cause it's
21
wisdom.
passive perception.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Passive perceptions. We can use that for that. Yes, because they're not trying to hide it.
The minute I hear that imp gets a gold coin right to the face.
You flick it over this. Ooh, let's see if he catches it. I'm gonna roll to catch.
Yeah, I want him to catch it. I want to make it easy for him specifically to catch.
Oh, okay. I'll give him an advantage then. 3 and an 8. It bonks off him. He attempts to catch it. It fumbles through his hands, lands on the ground. He skitters, immediately grabs it. Mine. Looking around to the rest of his friends who, this imp was just friendly with, but now is like hissing at them because they were about to go for that coin.
Arudim A rewarded a good boy, but at the same time made more chaos, so he's happy.
Oh my gosh. What do I gotta do for it? You're in Infernal. You're hearing out loud, Cassius. You're hearing, what do I gotta do for it? Come on, man. What do I gotta do? What are we gonna do?
He's gonna look at the guy saying it. Cassius is gonna respond back in Infernal. Really? You want some?
Yeah. What are you looking for? Perhaps you can pay me for whatever you're looking for here. You guys, business here, right? He's creeping his head down now, like with his hands together, all sniveling as he's approaching cautiously. He's like, perhaps I can help.
Cassius reaches into his pocket, pulls out a coin. A silver coin, but a coin nonetheless. He's gonna hold it between two fingers in front of his face. You can have this if you take us to... Hey, Naleek, what was the name of the guy we was looking for?
Bryce.
Yeah. Cassius is not good with names at all.
You're looking for Bryce? Oh, it just so happens that I work for Bryce.
Is that so?
Yes,
Yeah.
me and my companions do. But, I'm afraid it's going to cost a little bit more than a silver. You see, my lowly companion over there has a full gold. Surely, being a greater devil than him, I deserve at least 2 gold for my assistance.
Cassius
And
is
puts his
going
hand on
to-
his axe.
Cassius, maintaining eye contact, casts thaumaturgy and makes his eyes glow red. Oh, really?
Yeah, yes. I mean, surely it would only be right, sir. I was once an imp, but I worked hard to achieve my status.
Well, then I'm afraid, mate, we're at an impasse. You see, all I was wanting was information.
Yes,
If you want more, you're gonna have to earn it.
but that's what providing the information would do, surely, right? You pay me for the information?
You will take us.
And
Hey, yo.
You can see the devil looking back towards his companions, and he looks back towards you. It's like,
Hey, yo, real quick, can I freak him out when he looks back to his minions?
sure. He looks back to his minions, and then
He looks back to his minions and he sees me standing behind his minions without them noticing.
oh man, that completely throws off what he was gonna do.
Bitch, get fucked!
I fucking love it when you do this. Seriously.
It's so great.
Dude, this is the first time I could play a rogue who could pull this shit off, and I'm so fucking happy. This is the most fun I've had in ages.
It's awesome.
I'm so happy
Like,
to hear
he
that,
goes back to his
Kobold.
cronies, guys, help! Immediately, I'm just, before you can even fucking say anything, just like,
My heart is so warm right now. Oh my gosh, thank you,
fucking,
Kobold.
these names are like, what's he gonna say? I'm just behind them, ready to fucking dust them, and he's just like, ah!
I just love how when it comes to intimidating devils, the two of us play off each other so fucking
I literally just gave up intimidation for this.
And it's funny because Crantor and Naleek are just sitting there like, wow. Okay, so we won't really do anything, huh?
Crantor's like, Jesus Christ.
Quick out of character moment. I knew back when I was first added to this group and we were kind of just going over this, I knew we were gonna have fun with our characters. I
Oh,
knew
so
this.
good.
Absolutely.
Fucking, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, fucking look back to your cronies. Fucking, I
like,
stabbed them already.
so
No, but you were
Cassius
standing
is
behind
sitting there, glowing red eyes, holding a silver piece in his hand. The
With Crantor behind him, just got his hand on his axe, just ready to pull it out if he even tries.
He's looking back at his friends, and he specifically just Cassius. Roll me an insight on this devil as it turns back to you.
All right, here we go. Big D20, fail me now.
Come on, do it, please. I believe
That is
in
a
you.
10. Not my
What?
best.
That's still fine, as you can tell this devil is trying to keep it together. What he was doing is he was looking back to his comrades as he was about to puff his chest, because you could see, like, straightening his posture as he turned back. But the straightening of the posture completely stopped as he realized Arudim, whom you did not realize was there yourself, but works perfectly to your intent. And he turns back around as his chest deflates, looking at you and saying, I shall take the silver piece. Allow us to direct you. Completely defeated. That was 3 for 3 devils, y'all just punked the fuck out. Oh my god.
God, this
I have
teamwork is
never
amazing.
been this high off of just D&D in general, honestly.
Oh, dude, this is so great. That's why I was saying you warmed my heart earlier, because the fact that you are having this much fun makes me so fucking happy.
To be honest, Arudim kind of likes them and how they operate. He kind of relates because that's how he grew up.
Yeah, that's kind of how he directs the Storm's Eye, just in a little bit more neutral manner as opposed to evil.
He grew up in a dog-eat-dog environment.
Oh, quite.
I mean,
So
Cassius
honestly,
did
he
too.
low-key sees a bit of himself in these little baby imps. He's like, I'd adopt one if it weren't such a shit it would stab me.
He's so
Low-key want to make sure his next ability increase gives him a familiar.
So this devil that's been talking leads back to the other few, and will look up to Arudim about him. Please do not harm them. It'll say in Infernal, so you don't understand. But the other 2 devils will immediately freak out, realizing finally that you've been behind them, and they did not realize you move.
Oh no, they look behind them?
Yeah, they just finally turn around to see you, and they jolt seeing you.
No,
there.
I'm gone.
Oh my god. Wow.
They look behind them, they're gone. I'm gone, bitch. I'm dust. Nothing.
That's great, and at this point, the one that was talking is now looking around to try and relocate Arudim. So, like, he was just looking at Arudim over the top of them. Pinpoints him next to Cassius and Crantor and Naleek, and it's like, oh, okay. They just start walking down the road.
Don't look at me, I don't know either. But I'm not gonna say I don't love it.
This is great. So, yeah, you guys...
You know, down here, he would probably begin to believe that, considering...
Then I just disappear.
Advy, think about this for a second.
Yeah.
You know where he gets his power from.
Yeah.
You know his patron. So, out of character, his patron is his Zariel bloodline. That's where he gets his power from.
Yeah.
So,
This is...
in here, which is her domain, it's having an influence on him.
I was never real the entire time.
And he is okay with that.
So he just pops up behind you and goes like, "Who's our friend?"
Oh, new guide.
Oh, lovely. And he smiles at him very sincerely, but the eyes say, "I would snuff out your fire in an instant."
Cassius just stands up, puts his hands behind his head all Luffy style, and just casually starts walking.
Yes.
So we've got Discount Joker, anime protagonist, and Crantor walking in hell.
I love it. Crantor doesn't even have a classification. He's just Crantor.
Man, Crantor's
He is
in a
his own
league all on his
classification.
own.
Yeah, he is the classification.
Yeah, Crantor is how I will now measure other fictional characters.
Oh, you see, I'm a level 2 paladin, level 9 Crantor.
Good multi-class right there. I love it.
And so you guys are led, funny enough, through the entire city, toward out to the outskirts of it on the other side, which is the point you guys start to question. But for brevity's sake, it will be discerned that the devil is being truthful and clarifying that this is actually where Briarus resides. And so you guys are led. I can now take you to this map.
That would make perfect sense to Cassius, considering what he knows of organized crime.
And so we can move you to this map.
As I'm fucking walking, knife in hand, adjust the hair.
Yeah, I want to say for brevity's sake, we'll do this. You guys are just strolling. Oh, wow, he
Poor
stopped moving.
Koss, I just realized we got to the town. Yeah, we got ourselves a new guide. After I told him I would take it out earlier.
Well, I mean, to be fair, would he actually know?
No, he's been
He
with you
didn't
guys.
speak up. Yeah, so he didn't speak up and go, "Oh, I know where so-and-so devil is."
Yeah, he didn't. He's
So naturally, it's like, okay, he knows the general information that we can rely on at all times. Specific information may not be his specialty.
precisely, which is fine. It's
Especially when current events in hell appear to be ever-changing and very fascinating. I'm gonna bully more imps.
Like you need an excuse.
You all are eventually led up to this individual, and the few leading you are questioned by this devil, which actually looks just like the devil that you have been intimidating the shit out of.
Do I recognize one?
No. You don't recognize them, any of them specifically, you just the types that they are. You see like this weird blob-looking one, you see an imp floating right next to the one that you're supposed to be talking to. But other than that, yeah, you guys are...
Little small flirtatious wave at the spiny ones.
They're perched up atop this rock that's kind of arching over Briarus as an awning, and it's hesitantly wave. And you can hear Briarus talking to the one that just led you here, whom I don't have a token for. I just need to clarify. And they're kind of going back and forth, and Infernal is like, Who are these individuals? They're mortals, they're looking for you, they want information.
Cassius, in Infernal, he's going to hold a couple silver coins in his hand, gonna toss them. He's gonna show a little dignity to this guy. You've probably discerned his modus operandi, absolutely demoralize them, then build them back up.
Oh my god.
Cassius just takes a couple silver. He's gonna toss the silver to the devil that has been guiding them.
Oh, several, yes.
In Infernal, he's going to say, as agreed.
And Briarus in Infernal goes, of course. You struck a deal.
Did Cassius hear her say that?
Yes, in Infernal.
Cassius will stand up, kind of stretch out his arms like, but of course, what would you expect of our kind, I suppose you could say?
And so Briarus is going to stand up. So, he who carries the blood of the Lord of the First, what do you want with Briarus? Says Briarus, speaking in third person.
She refers to herself in the third person, but yet still shows me the respect due to my lineage. He's definitely putting on airs at this point. Like, he's definitely playing up the fact that he is of Zariel's bloodline.
Right, you're using that to our advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Smart boy, I like you.
I come looking for a very particular person. One who, rumor has it, has, shall we say, a certain fascination with my kind. Those that carry my blood, as it were. A Rakshasa fellow, perhaps you've heard of him.
Ah, yes. I dare not utter their name, for they could already be watching. Says with a
that'll
very
just make this all the easier.
Says with a very sly grin. This devil, despite being of the same kind that you just bullied the fuck out of most recently, of course, is still very composed in comparison.
Well, we haven't exactly started bullying her yet.
Yeah.
Touche.
We're being polite so far.
Yes.
That can change.
Now, we've gotten this far without having to come to blows with anyone, and frankly, I'd like to keep it that way. Don't ask why, I'm a bit tired today, as it were.
Then perhaps we could strike up a deal.
Well, after all, isn't that what we do?
That is exactly what we do. So tell me, what is it you seek, and what is it you would like to pay for it?
He's gonna stop, look over his shoulder at Arudim.
He's gone.
Naleek.
Where are you going? Stealth checks. Come on.
Oh, yeah, bitch. Let's go. I'm going to use the diamond this time. Ooh, that is...
Pinpoint where you are going, Taz.
Okay. I would love to be able to go right up next to these guys, right behind them.
Up on top? All right.
How high is that? My apologies.
15
I didn't know how
feet.
high. Okay. I guess where else could I go? What is this cliff edge area?
It's the remnants of a building, but is literally been crumpled to rubble and ash. It's roughly...
Is it on the ground?
Yes, it's on the ground. The highest most point is roughly 40 feet up.
Could I maneuver around the pillar? Hold on, let me try to show you with a... Could I maneuver around the pillar as they were talking and, like, sneak past that guy and move around, like, back here somewhere?
I see. Your end game is getting up there behind.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Cool.
what's this roll? Just in case. I mean, it's at least a 25, but for funsies, how?
It's a 25 because I rolled a 3.
Okay, it's a 25. All right, yeah. So we're just gonna
It's a 25 because I rolled a 3.
preemptively. You're up there.
Looks back at Arudim. Wait a minute. Looks back. Dink, dink, dink,
Cassius,
dink.
he looks at where Arudim would have been.
Little flashing outline of where he was.
If you'd like to locate Arudim, you'll have to roll a perception check. I don't care if he wants to be seen by you, he can't be.
He's just gonna look to Naleek, to Crantor. He's just gonna nod to them. Yeah.
Just like, yeah, we know what just happened.
And Cassius is just gonna continue with the same story that he has been. My fair lady, you see, we seem to be here on a bit of a hellish jaunt, as it were. And my little sister, a young little lass of about 2 or 3 years old, seems to have gotten herself lost. And, well, some of the kind locals, and he's gonna look to the devil that guided us, and he's gonna offer a bit of a grin, have given us a tip on where we might find a fellow of particular interest. And, well, as you could see, one of my standing, I cannot simply be outdone by my little sister. So I must meet with this fellow myself.
I see. Very well. Unfortunately, Avernus, as of late, is not the safest place for a tiefling, even one of Zarya's blood.
You know, I've heard that many times before. Many times before.
So let me ask you, young tiefling, what is it that you and your sister were cursed for?
Would you believe me if I said I didn't know?
Yes, in fact, I would believe you. Most tiefling do not know, but I was wondering how much you have looked into that.
Cassius reaches up, grabs his sword, and he just kind of grins. You really want to know?
Oh, I do love me a tale.
All right, then. So Cassius pretty much guessing at this point what Crantor's response is going to be. He's going to turn to Naleek. Any objections?
No.
That's fair. All right, let's see. Do I have line of sight on that guy?
No. Between the debris and such, it's not really in your line of sight. You can see the ones more in the direct vicinity. You can see them perched atop high.
How about this one here?
Yes.
This little flesh mound looking thing.
Yeah, it's just chilling there.
You wish to know how much I know of my curse, as you call it. Note, I have never such called it that. And again, he's going to draw his sword, and in a single flourish, from his upper left to the bottom right, Eldritch Blast. This time he's aiming for one of the devils.
Yeah. Okay. Zach, let me flip to that page. As you roll your attack, you roll 3. You have 3 blasts. They're all shooting.
Yeah.
So roll 3 times, even though you don't fucking need to.
Oh, I will. I will very much.
Will very much do that, sir.
Where is my +9 to hit? Love it. As I drop my d20s. Well, one of them is a nat 1. So, God only knows where that beam just went.
One sec. Okay, as for the other 2?
One is a 21. The other is 16.
Lovely. Alrighty, so both of those hit that creature. Minimum damage. Oh, do you have your charisma modifier added to it like a good warlock?
Like a good baby warlock.
Yes. So I assume it's +5 by now. You're a
What's
level
that?
5 caster. You should definitely. I'm sorry, not a level 5. You're a level 11 caster. You should definitely be able to do that. And before you roll the damage, because like I said, you don't need to do
Okay.
that. Minimum damage kills this thing outright. For the 3rd blast, that was a nat 1. I need you to roll me a D100.
A D100. Okay.
Yes, in my camp. This is a surprise to caster, not you guys. In my campaigns, my players roll their severity.
Oh yeah.
Gives y'all a chance to
Where's
act.
this blast going? A rogue eldritch blast. Oh boy. That is a 39.
Good for you. It just coils off and beams off wherever the fuck before it's eventually out of sight.
Cassius just kind of looks at his hands. Huh. Never done that before. Guess I'm just still getting used to the area.
You splatter it into several pieces and it starts to evaporate into dust within seconds and it's essentially non-existent. Oh well. I do
He
apologize.
kind of slowly cocked his head to the side. Believe me, it's not a curse.
Brylis, still smiling and calm, is like, I do apologize. I misspoke. That was out of line. I apologize to both you and the Lord of the First herself. Now, if you wish to seek out the damning, I would suggest Fort Knucklebone. It is where there is the most gang activity, and many of the gangs there have become subservient to the very Rakshasa themselves. Seems he likes the feeling of being a big fish in a small pond.
So it would seem. But, perhaps he should learn. Chasing after your fascinations can be a bit dangerous.
Indeed. However, this individual is known to abduct tieflings on any plane. So I would watch yourself, especially if you are seeking them out, for they very likely have your sibling.
Cassius is just thinking to himself, oh, by the time I find him, I won't need to worry about that. He doesn't say it out loud, but that's definitely what he's thinking. He's like, yeah, that guy's not gonna live. Cassius is just gonna turn to Naleek. I told you we should have gone down there. Yeah, I didn't really, but...
Frederick just raises an eyebrow.
Cassius, you hear Bryrus say to their people, just looking around, let them go. They need not pay anything. I've insulted them wrongfully. Wasn't there one more of you? As they're just looking back to you.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're all here.
No, there was definitely a green one. I saw a green one. I liked it because it was a very nice green.
Well, you know what? If he turns up, pray. Cassius just gonna turn and walk away.
Oh my goodness. And like their eyes widen all of a sudden, and they step out and turn around.
Arudim immediately fucking goes to the other side of the thing and hides.
Another stealth check to not be seen.
Easy, bitch. Let's go. Woo! Natural fucking 20, baby.
Oh my god.
Like a shadow.
out loud
That,
in
my friends, is a total stealth of 30 motherfucking 3!
Jesus Christ.
Level 11 rogue, baby! Woo!
It only gets bigger from here. And so
It only gets more deadly.
so
Like me!
immediately the Bryrus screams up at this devil. They're not behind me, you fool! In Infernal. He screams back, it's just there!
With that nat 20, can I go back to the crew?
Oh yeah, no,
and
easily.
act like I was there the whole time?
Yeah, no, easily. And it's just
Just
like,
walk out from behind, get Crantor again.
Oh.
Hey, what's up?
oh,
Yeah,
you
just
are,
step up from behind Crantor like, did I miss anything?
oh, you are behind
No.
the big
There you
one. Hey, apologies. You do enjoy your stay in Avernus. Good luck finding your lost sister. So just kind of sits back down in his spot, just dee, and so you guys go away.
Insight! Don't trust!
They're just trying. Okay, yeah, go ahead and insight.
Insight, bitch. 19.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
Oh!
Oh yes,
that is
no.
No trust
42.
whatsoever about
Hey,
snap
22.
that weed like I snapped that neck!
Oh wow, look at you guys. This devil is doing its best to try and not seem intimidated by your unexplainable capabilities. So it's just trying to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's essentially going. You guys,
She's trying to keep her cool.
we've done our business. You guys got what you're looking for. Go ahead, be on your way. Have a good one. That was the
I like
mindset.
this one. She's smart.
Well, I mean,
She
she
sized
is
us up and said, you know what? Nope, that's another devil's problem.
Why do you think they're leading other devils? Because they actually understand.
She's a lieutenant, of course she's intelligent. But she also understands you don't fuck with the boss.
A lost battle is a lost battle, and if you don't have to fight a lost battle, you don't fight a lost battle. Yes, and so you guys move back the other way, and as you guys are breaking into the hills, you guys are really starting to feel sluggish. You guys are coming up about that time. You're realizing it's probably well past bedtime. Although the lighting of the plane has not changed, there are still soaring fireballs across the sky. You guys are definitely feeling
It's just
tired.
the
Like you guys.
internal clocks of everybody is going, sleep chemicals, go!
Yep.
Hey, quick thing. I'm gonna look to the group. So, while I have very much enjoyed our time together, I have a proposal.
Yes?
Due to
Let's
my circumstances, I am able to, let's say, keep watch, regardless of sleeping or not. And I only need about 4 hours of motionlessness to be fully functioning again.
Ah, yes, like an elf's trance, I take it. Wait,
Very similar, yes, I can still hear and see.
excuse me, Arudim. No, pardon, this may come off as very offensive. Are you an elf orc?
No, actually, the apt question and assessment. No, I've been cursed with constant reincarnation.
Oh, I see. Okay, because elf orcs.
Something saw me die and said, I don't like that, and so now, if you, actually, here, he grabs his hand,
It's like I
and he
believe.
puts it to his chest,
Oh.
and the minute he feels his chest, there's like, boom,
Alright.
and then about, like, maybe 10 seconds later, boom.
Oh, 6 BPM. That's weird. Just 6. Huh. Okay. And he'll be like, yeah, because I know in Radizard, where I believe you're from, there's a fair amount of elf work there. So I was just curious is all. My bad. Yes. Oh my gosh.
I don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. I don't need to sleep. When I take a long rest, I must spend at least 4 hours in an inactive,
see-
motionless state,
I just want to
rather than sleeping.
I just want to say this is how this is broken because you can travel in a bag of holding.
Yeah, I can travel
Oh.
in a bag of holding. People could put me in a bag of holding, open it, and just go, surprise, rogue, bitch!
They can literally throw a rogue at
Toss the
people.
bag of holding. Just toss the bag of holding at him and just be like,
No, just
"Wait."
turn it inside out. You just
I
put them.
can literally go underwater without water breathing.
You guys should actually come up with this strategy. Oh my god, like that would be such a cool strategy. If one of you guys had a bag of holding that you just stored Arudim in and just turned it inside out to fling him at people.
Cassius
I would
just
literally
looks
do
at the iron flask in his hand. Did Arudim mention that he doesn't need to breathe? Well, no, actually, you know what? That wouldn't matter. That wouldn't matter.
Arudim would just say, I don't need to eat, drink, sleep, breathe.
It wouldn't matter if Cassius knew it or not. Because he pulls out the iron flask. You want to try something, mate?
What is it?
How could he do this?
1 second, I just need to check your character.
Advy is sitting there like, oh, fuck, what did I
Just
just
don't
do?
talk about me. Keep doing your scene.
Okay. He
What
pops
exactly is that?
He pops the cap of the iron flask, tosses it to Arudim. Care for a drink, mate?
He catches it and sniffs it.
Yeah. So
What
do
the
you
fuck?
do you speak its command word?
Care for a drink, mate?
And I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Or be trapped in the flask.
Yeah.
Wisdom save, let's go!
Yep.
You're not gonna believe me, guys.
What you got.
Nat 20.
Ha!
You're not gonna believe me, I'm sorry, like, fucking...
No, I
can't-
believe it. It's
no,
perfect.
it's fine. Cassius' intent was not to trap you, but to let you know that he could.
Yeah. So you felt it try
The
and pull
intent
you
was
in
to let me know that you could do this.
by actually doing it instead of just telling you. Yes, you felt it try to suck you in, but it did not work because your will is stronger than that.
Hey, are we near the river of lava?
No, you're on the hills, certainly kind of past it, as you guys are deciding to rest, because the hills provide somewhat cover, some sort of cover. At least
There's no
to those
fire
walking.
in Avernus nearby.
There's the fireballs, but that's neither here nor there. You want to hurt this?
How
lad.
close is the nearest fireball about to land?
He's gonna yeet me into the fireball.
No, I'm gonna eat the flask into the fireball.
You can do that.
You just tried to threaten me.
Hey, look what I can do.
Hey, look, I can trap you in this flask and force you to do my bidding.
Cassius would just be like, oi, you want to get around unseen? What better way than that?
I've been doing just fine on my own, thank you.
But think of it. Think of the possibilities, mate.
You guys are doing.
I already
so
have all the
well.
possibilities I need. I've never needed assistance before, and I don't now. Now, if you'd kindly shove off your high horse and attempt to mind control me and trap me, because you feel threatened by my psychotic antics, then I'd
believe me,
suggest
I
you
don't
take it
feel
up with
threatened
me
by it.
first.
Oh, I don't feel threatened by you. In fact, I quite enjoy it, rather.
Then why do this? And he gestures to the flask.
Think of it as a tool in your arsenal.
If I could break the tension for a moment, Naleek speaks up. We could use that on a demon. Demons aren't resident to the. I know what that is, and demons aren't residents of this plane.
Do you think demons are actually in this plane right now?
Cost speaks up. Oh, most definitely, yes. As I was telling you before, where there is life on Avernus, there is conflict between devils and demons. The blood war is rampant.
Crantor is very confused by all this because he doesn't really know what was happening.
Yeah, Naleek.
Everyone's talking around him.
Arudim is going to explain what the bottle does to Crantor while he's holding it.
Ah.
He apparently wanted to keep me in it.
I wouldn't say that.
You don't trust me, do you?
I
I'm
don't need
hurt. He says very, very sarcastically.
Cassius just goes, I don't need to. I trust that you will do whatever you want. And so far, whatever you want has been of quite hilarious benefit to me. I love it.
Right, and again, I reiterate. Why this? And he gestures back to the flask. Why try to threaten me?
Well, size is an issue, isn't it? With this, you could get into areas about the size of that flask. An easy way in and out of cells if we were ever caught. Not that would ever happen, of course. Or perhaps through a window.
I enjoy your creativity at scamming lesser thieves, but I'm going to have to pass.
Fair enough.
I can always throw it at someone.
It says you have to remove the stopper via an action, so you can't just throw it like a grenade. You tried to Master Roshi me, you dick!
Now I want to flavor an
Spirit
iron...
containment wave my ass!
I literally want to flavor the iron flask like a rice cooker now.
Spirit containment wave! That move would normally kill you and fucking drop dead, Castor!
Out of character, that was not his intention.
So Cassius, alright, so what's is going to be our watch?
Fucking want to throw this fucking flask far away. So fucking
Crantor will throw it really far.
Oi,
Crantor, throw this thing really, really far.
Look, Naleek's like, alright, look, if he agrees, promises, to never use this on any of us, I'm cool with him keeping it for the sake of using on an outer planet creature we're having an issue with.
Well,
It's a good backup just in case.
well, of course.
Precisely.
How did you think we were going to smuggle the child out of here without, in the midst of what I can only assume is going to be insane degrees of combat?
I figured that we were just going to have costs.
Figured the kid would ride on the fucking Minotaur centaur.
I figured the kid knew his own way out. My bad.
Wow!
No, it's Naleek does not say that. That is not what
You fucking donut!
So, to be honest, I figured once we found the kid, we were just going to have costs call upon the Archmage and we'd be gone.
We might need an escape plan. Always have an escape plan.
And if it doesn't work as quite that easy, we're going to need some way to protect the child as well.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The flask works, so I guess that means we're going to have... Well, you know what? The demon idea doesn't fall through. And no, that's not me trying to push towards it hard. I'm just trying to say that the option is still on the table because we can release the demon under our control at the same time we're trying to put the kid in it. And we'd have an ally, an extra ally, that would likely serve as a distraction to any devils that would be opposing us because they would be more concerned with taking out the demon in the way that they know how. If they're that organized, then we can use it.
You can't give it a command that is likely to result in its death.
Oh, man. Well, it'll still defend itself.
We can't, send it on a suicide mission, but we could send it to a wrestling match.
Yeah, it seems like the
depends
key
on-
is that likely word.
It really depends on the command, as it were.
Depends on how fucking specific the situation is.
You're right. It's something we'll have to discuss. I don't know. I'm honestly really tired. So we can talk about it again in the morning.
I say,
If I just
Crantor, he gives the flask to Crantor. You keep the flask until morning.
That's fair.
Crunch will just run and take it.
Almost like a horrifying corpse, Arudim just collapses.
He just falls limping as if he had a heart attack right before you guys.
Yeah, as if he just fucking died.
I have
Like,
questions.
eyes are open, jaw agape, completely limp.
Soulless eyes, completely. Looks like his soul has left his body. Just dead.
I've never seen the flask do that before. I'm going to be completely honest. That was not me.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
Crantor! You're kidding me!
Can I roll a medicine or check on them to see if it's fine?
You know what? Sure.
I mean, you can try, but he's basically a corpse when he's like this.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna say with disadvantage.
He's legit dead until he wakes himself up. But he
My
can
dice
still
disappeared,
hear and
so-
see, so it's kind of funny to him.
The dice ran away. Oh my gosh, Chris.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Oh my
Oh
god!
no! Oh my god! He fucking dead.
Oh yeah, no, you
It's
go
fine.
over. Never mind, it's not fine. He's actually dead.
I reiterate the point. I did not do that. Are you sure he's not in that flask? You might want to let him out.
Naleek casts commune as a ritual.
Technically, she would get a response. God,
No,
what
no,
the
he's not
fuck
communing
you
with-
want?
Naleek is not communing with you. Naleek is communing with their god. Are they dead?
Oh. Hey, they dead? The god?
Define dead!
Yeah, define alive.
Oh, so roughly 11 and a half minutes back. Naleek's like, Okay, so good news and bad news. Yes, he's technically dead. That's the bad news. The good news is, only technically is he dead. He's coming back in a few hours.
The thing is your friend is only mostly dead.
It seems that because he's dead, he essentially returns to the dead to sleep. And then comes back.
So it wasn't the flask then?
It was not the flask, no.
Okay. Because I've never seen it do that.
He just stands up straight.
No.
And I point at you, your flask is shit. And he collapses again.
He just pets Lucy. Well, at least you appreciated it for a while.
It is, yeah.
Tiny mouse ghost.
He's still drinking. He's been drinking up on that water. That water is surprisingly low. And yes, you guys all. So who's taking the first watch? Actually, yes, we just had to establish a watch. I suppose Arudim's got the last 4 hours, but still need at least 2 other people to do 2-hour intervals beforehand.
Crantor will take first watch.
Yeah, I don't mind taking second.
Alrighty then. Naleek and Cost get their beauty sleep, and so Crantor, you take your watch as everyone nestles into the dusty, sooty hills of Avernus. And that's where we'll end the session.
All right then.
Not my intent to piss off Arudim.
No,
Motherfucker, you threw a mind control of evil containment wave at me.
I love that the most conflict in this session was between 2 players whom were getting along the entire session, as opposed to you guys, I don't know, having trouble with devils in the land of devils. So,
I mean, to be fair, he's like, you could stealth better. He's like, bitch, you didn't know where I was. You can't see shit. You need that shit.
Oh my
weak
gosh.
ass motherfucker.
Y'all
Talk about can't see shit. Boy, you don't know what he can see.
So I'm going to need to adjust my planning, because at this rate, this campaign is going to be a few more sessions longer than I intended, because, admittedly...
Well, I mean, to be fair, we've anteed every fight you've put us in.
No, but that should have been speeding things along, but there's been all the fun vamping in its place. That just can't possibly
I'm so
be sacrificed.
sorry.
Why are you apologizing? That's what's making this campaign so fun. If it was the dull old, oh, you guys are on the verge of death for 3 hours statically, it would get a little dull. I was scared this campaign was going to be a little too focused on the dramatic telling, as opposed to the actual comedy and fun that everybody comes to D&D for, and my fears have withered away with you 3. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. For now, you can find me at facebook.com/Astrogeek895. ASTROGEEK895.
Hell yeah.
That's the only place you can find me right now.
No worries. We are currently working on that. We need to get Astro back up and running, because my dude, he's got so much stuff people need to be able to see. Okay, I am serious. I will try to help you remake that site if so need be.
I appreciate it.
Alright, so yes, you can head on out, Astro. Apologies to the BF.
All good. Don't worry. Alright, later
Take
guys.
care.
Hasta.
Castor, up next. Tell us where they can find your fam.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at, what was it? I don't know.
Castor
I can't remember.
PHI.
There you go.
Castor _PHI.
Fucker doesn't even know he's on Twitter. I love you.
Well, I left it as Castor Gaming
You're
for so
so
long. I cannot
mean.
remember. Yeah, I've left it at Castor Gaming for so long, I can't even remember what it is, and then it recently changed it to Castor. I can't remember! I don't at myself. But you can also find me here on Twitch at Castor Gaming, where I am not online pretty much at all anymore. But you know what?
Hey, you just streamed last weekend.
Was that last weekend or the week before?
I could have swore it was last weekend. You streamed since we started this campaign. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I'm not online anywhere near enough.
I have to
I think the last game I played was Yoshi's Island for the SNES, where I beat World 1, and I've been playing the hell out of Xenoblade 2, where I just started Chapter 5, and oh my god, the game has made me cry twice now. But, yeah, the game is absolutely amazing. It's like Kingdom Hearts, but good.
Kingdom Hearts, my baby.
I'll fucking bitch. I'll show you your baby.
No.
Hold on.
No. no, please, my baby's special. It don't understand how to story. Just let it be.
Oh, oh my God. Thank God.
But see,
Okay,
it's
you
okay.
admitted it. You admitted it. Okay, you're fine.
It's okay.
Advy, you're okay. You admitted it.
The lack of quality that comes with content being made for the sake of money. And that is what the majority of the Kingdom Hearts franchise has been. Which is why some
When
of
it
it's
takes
so much
8
bullshit.
games,
And they have to constantly...
When you have to play 8 games to be able to go from 2 to 3, you did something wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing I love about Xenoblade and why I think Xenoblade does it better is that 1 and 2 are entirely independent games. They have common themes and reward you if you've played both, but by no means do you have to play both to understand each individual game. It is its own self-contained game.
I feel
And that's what Nintendo does so well.
Alrighty, so Kobold, where can they find you, lad?
You can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/FriendlyKobold. You can also find me at my email address, kevinnomedwarf@gmail.com. If you're interested in purchasing an $80 mint condition foiled flooded strand from Zendikar Rising, which I have and is up for sale for those who enjoy Magic the Gathering.
You streamed the other day. You're streaming some Final Fantasy VII, the classic one. Your first
Yes,
ever Final Fantasy.
I've never played it before. I don't know anything about it.
Any Final Fantasy whatsoever?
No,
Well-
I've played like 5 minutes of Final Fantasy 11 or 13.
Here's what I'm going to say about Final Fantasy VII. You are going to get confused by its story.
So far, I'm only at the part where we just infiltrated that perv's mansion and we're in the sewers.
Oh, that, yes.
Twitch.tv/DRG Network is going to be Sunday mornings, 10:30 a.m. is me doing GTA, and then later, Twitch.tv/Abby Deven, I do art for 5 hours. Also, Saturday
way,
nights, YouTube, Smash Bros. Saturday.
I'm about to kick your ass,
Oh, yeah, if you show up.
bitch. I have things to do.
Oh, I guess you're just too important for Smash Out.
When I got home and I was going to join, but I passed the fuck out.
No worries, my dude, because I was actually not present on Saturday's stream because I was instead invited to be a part of another streamer's stream, Punkyard Dog. I'm not sure if you heard of her. She's
Oh, yeah.
been coming up recently. But yeah.
Y'all got a crush?
No, she's not like that, not like that. She is cute, but no.
I'm the fucking mom friend who's like, who's your little friend?
No, she is cute. She's absolutely fucking adorable. No, nothing like that. She's just a real fun person. It was like her, Farting Tart, Jay Frost, a few people getting together. So they invited me to be on, and I think I'm like, it really just sounds like fun that I want to be a part of, and I don't get to be a part of it all the time.
Okay.
I should be on next Saturday with the boys.
Cool.
But
That should not kill you.
But that should not prevent you guys from tuning in because it's still a lot of fun. Tommy and Corey are pretty fun dudes. So yeah, you see you next time.